We begin by tracking the rapidly spreading Gann Fire burning right now in Calaveras County. This is just south of Valley Springs and New Hogan Lake, and it's burned at least 2,100 acres and continues to grow with no containment.
We have live team coverage with meteorologist Rob Carlmark tracking conditions, and ABC 10's Austin Castro live at Hogan Dam Road. Austin, what are you seeing before you? Because I know the smoke is thick right now. You've got the mask on.
Jay and Carolina, good morning, and that's right. We've really seen the smoke pick up throughout the morning, but in the last 30 minutes, the smell of the smoke and the density of it has really increased. Let me step out of the way and show you just how dense that smoke is. In the last 30 minutes, we were able to make out the hill that was just behind the smoke and some of the flames, but now you can see barely visible. Now, most of the smoke is blowing away from us, but we are starting to smell a whole lot more of that. Now, at this hour, the fire sits at about 2,100 acres, and for comparison, it was only at about 300 acres compared to 8 p.m. yesterday. Evacuation orders are still in effect, and you can just see the extent of the smoke and the fire here in the Valley Springs area at this hour. Now, this whole fire began at 5:30 p.m. yesterday, and we were able to spot the flames and smoke as we were driving about 15-20 minutes away from here. Cal Fire said helicopters have been working throughout the night alongside ground crews to help slow the fire spread and strengthen containment. They also say the cooler overnight temperatures and high humidity have also helped make water drops more effective. Now, evacuation orders are still in effect for parts of Calaveras County this morning. That includes zones CCU 109, 110, 139, and 147. Cal Fire says that people there should leave immediately, and evacuation shelters are available. One of them at Valley Springs Veterans Memorial at 189 Pine Street. Meanwhile, the Calaveras County Fairgrounds has also been designated as the large animal evacuation shelter. Also, in just the last 45 minutes, we received an update from the Calaveras Unified School District. They're monitoring the conditions, but say their campuses are still open this morning. They also say that out of an abundance of caution, outdoor activities, including recess and PE, may be modified or moved indoors as they monitor the air quality at each school site. Back out here live, you can just see just how dense, again, that smoke is this morning. We got here around 5:30 this morning where we were able to make out some of the flames, but at this hour, the smoke is really the main focus. You can barely even see the sun up there in the sky. That plume of smoke really dominating the skyline. Again, we are here in the Valley Springs area. We've been monitoring this fire all morning long. We're anticipating an update from Cal Fire here later today, and we'll bring you the latest updates as it becomes available. But for now, live from Valley Springs, Austin Castro, ABC 10.
Just stunning images out there, Austin. Thank you for that update. Let's turn to Rob now for a look at the weather conditions. Austin has been mentioning that the cooler conditions helped firefighters overnight, but once the sun comes up, that means more heat, that means more dryness.
Exactly, and also the way that the wind is going to push the fire off to the east and the north, it's going to push it into more terrain that's going to be moving uphill, and fire loves to move uphill, and that's also where the smoke and haze is going to go. Initially, with the first hours and the first day of a fire, it's all about saving life and property and getting people out that are in the way. Then once it's established, then it's the firefight itself, containment, continued evacuations are modified, and also monitoring the smoke, because that's one of the things that affects far more people than often the fire itself. And so this is one of the things that we'll be tracking over the next couple of days. Just depends on how much progress they can make. It is going to be near 100 degrees today and breezy into the afternoon. So that right there is tough conditions to fight a fire. But where it's going next, it should move with these onshore winds later on into the day. It should move that smoke plume and some of the fire growth off to the east, off to the north. Then as we move into the evening, as the winds move around, your Delta breeze evening wind and brushes up against the foothills here, there should be some south movement as well. So anything along 49 in these areas, Arnold, Sonora, Copperopolis, some of these other spots nearby, Angels Camp, San Andreas, all should be affected by the smoke later on this afternoon. One of the side issues here is that we're just in this high fire danger moment. It's just the time of the year, and our light flashy fuels, that's the dry grasses, they are very much on the path to move into a much more critical stage here in the days ahead. We've been sort of moving along average, some moments below average. If you recall, the summer, quote unquote, has not been that hot. Well, recently, when you throw in all the triple digit temperatures and just the dryness of the air, essentially, we're moving into that territory. So more fire conditions for all of Northern California increasing in the days ahead, but not red flag conditions. Today, we've got Temperatures that are going to be within that range, 100 to 105. So everyone still keep up with your heat safety precautions. We're still in that zone, although today will be noticeably not as hot as yesterday. So there is some good news there. Temperatures in the 60s and 70s with the low 80s for the foothills. One of the problematic things, especially where that fire is burning, it's going to be hot during the day and it still remains fairly warm overnight as well. We've got high pressure still in place, so even though there's subtle changes day by day, we're in a 2-day cooling pattern. Even though it's cooler, it's still hot, near 100 degrees, but high pressure will re-intensify, and then we're looking at a return of triple-digit heat by the end of the week and part of the weekend. So this is something many of you will be looking forward to. If you're downwind of the fire, unfortunately, you probably won't be looking forward to the direction of the wind. But this is just what we have over the next couple of days. Going forward for the next 7, 100 or so today, 98 tomorrow. Sure looks good, but it's still going to be rather warm. Then we're looking at a return to triple-digit heat. And then finally, a long-range return to the 90s starting Sunday and all of next week. For Sacramento area traffic, we are in good shape. No major issues there, except just your traditional bottlenecks. We've seen some issues. Highway 4, a car into a bridge in this area. It was tying up traffic for a long time early this morning. They're doing repairs, but just watch that area closely just in case. And then also multiple vehicles, a couple semis. This is 580 going westbound south of Tracy. It's getting a little bit better, but that scene is not cleared yet. Back to you.
Thank you, Rob. As we enter the peak of 2026 wildfire season, experts are urging residents to prepare before emergencies occur. You can watch our ABC 10 California wildfire special right here on the free ABC 10 TV streaming app.